Well, I'm going to give you a new twist on how the no such agency, National Security Agency, NSA, is actually getting away with all kinds of stuff and collecting data on people. A lot of people never heard of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court. It's been established a long time ago, but this is actually the court that is, in a way, becoming like a de facto Supreme Court that's allowing the NSA to do warrantless searches, because basically they're giving them kind of like a warrant. So basically the Congress in 1978 established the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court as a special court and authorized the Chief Justice of the United States to designate 7 federal district court judges to review applications for warrants related to national security investigations. So this is what the NSA goes through to, authorizes them to do whatever they want to do. And it came about by the legal principle known as the special needs doctrine. So now there's special needs due to terrorism. See? And it's like anything you could stretch. You could stretch the way things are interpreted. You could take a word and take it out to this far. And I don't know, this is getting ridiculous, I call it the Nazi freaking stuff. And you know what I say to Nazis? Bang, bang, shoot 'em up, you're all dead. That's what I gotta say to Nazis. Anyway, the judges have allowed government to apply, in other words, these Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court. And, they're appointed, they're just, you know what I mean? It's like somebody's appointed and then somebody else is appointed from that appointee, so they're all on the inside loop to the max. So these judges have been allowed the NSA to do warrantless domestic dragnet, which because it does not violate the 4th Amendment, because these judges have sanctioned it. You see, that's their way around it. It's called the special needs doctrine, a special type of legal principle. So they established this court, but basically it's becoming almost like a de facto Supreme Court. So where's the checks and balances? And what's been going on, it says, they're recording all information, like they're recording this, whatever. They're recording everything you do on the phone. Any kind of electronic communications you do through the internet, they're recorded. But, it says some people are accusing them and saying that outrageous abuses have happened, and it's all being kept hush-hush. And, the government has the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court to thank for that. Basically, this court has become more or less a de facto Supreme Court. So you're saying, there's special needs, so they established this court, and this court is basically sanctioning the NSA to do whatever the hell they want. There you go. So I say do whatever the hell this is going to have to be like, I'm going to give you an example, I think it's going to have to be more like the French Resistance in during the time of the Nazis' occupation, rather than this 1776 type stuff, because you can never directly confront a power like the way that we got going here. But the other thing is too, I guess if everybody in the nations said, instead of when they pick up the phone, they saying, hello, how are you? Hello, I was making bombs today, and everybody said that. And we would just screw them up with information, right? Because everybody would be like, yeah, we're all making bombs, we're all terrorists. What the hell, right? That would screw them up. I don't think everybody would do that, because nobody's got the balls to do that. That's the problem, But that's one, there's always ways to really freaking screw them up, because too much information is bad. And also, if you throw in wingers in there, like, disinformation, just like they do to us, you could do it back to them, it screws them up. It screws them up. But, to tell you the truth, I don't like the attitude of a lot of people that get a real big, like they get in the government and they think they're God. And there's a lot of people that are even in the bureaucracy that basically supports the government that have an attitude like that, and they just hide behind that. It's like, oh, I got the government behind me and shit, They're weasels, they're weasels. So, Well, basically, this is what's going on. You know, you think you can go to the Congress and complain about this. You can think you can maybe say the courts say it's unconstitutional and they'll strike it down. They already got a way around it. It's called the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court. They're justifying it. They're saying it's through the legal principle of the special needs doctrine. You know, special needs due to terrorism. You know, I'm going to tell you, it's going to come down and you're probably going to have to be more like the French resistance against the Nazis. This stuff really is like Nazi stuff. This is ridiculous. And, you know, don't think that the major media is not against this. They are. I mean, you know, that's the thing. You know, you say it's only the alternative media that's bringing this stuff out. You know, I don't know if this will be in the New York Times or the Washington Post. It may be. It may be. You know, a lot of people, you know, even the major media, like, I know it's partly controlled by the financial interests, but this is getting a little bit crazier than just big corporations. These are like real power freaks. These are like freaking neo-Nazis or something. I mean, there's no reason to actually spy on people the way they're doing right here, because the only terrorist is actually coming about is from the government. And we all know with the 911, I mean, you know, Building 7, oh, that just fell down by itself. Is that a conspiracy theory? No, that was probably the third plane was supposed to hit that damn thing, right? So, I mean, this whole thing is predicated upon that 911 outside terrorist ruse, you know? Building 7 didn't come down by a plane, but somehow it just fell down, you know? I don't get that deal. You know, basically it looks like that's the screw up in the plan. Probably that one plane that crashed in Pennsylvania was supposed to hit Building 7, and guess what? That building, they already had the explosives rigged in it, and they decided, get rid of it anyway. Right? Shows you how stupid people... But, you know, the American lemming doesn't really care because, well, they're going to care only when it comes on them, and I'm not really worried about them, to tell you the truth. But this is just a little more exposure onto how this is coming about, because, you know, you're wondering, how's the NSA... You're thinking, well, maybe the Supreme Court could stop this, maybe the Congress can stop it. They already got it, like, authorized through legal means in a way. I mean, if you call it that. It's a special needs doctrine. That they have this court that basically authorizes and sanctions anything the NSA does. And it says there have been outrageous abuses, and it's all been kept hush-hush. So, it's bad news, man. You know, and I can call that's just like the Nazis. And, you know, I'm going to say this at the end. You know, a lot of people are saying it's a Jewish conspiracy. This isn't Jewish. This isn't Jewish. These freaks aren't Jewish. I'll guarantee it. Guarantee it, man. They're going to screw up the Jews, too. And I think it's our job to make sure their rights are protected, because this is America. So I want to add that on the end.